It's that card girl, and today we're going to take a look at the Gundam card game's latest starter deck, Generation Pulse. This is the 10th starter deck for the Gundam card game, and this box looks super awesome. You can tell from the sides that this is a blue and white deck. But we're actually going to talk about this deck in a few minutes. First off, we're going to look at these other goodies that were part of the ST10 EVO1 pre-release event. Starting with this divider that can be used for your deck box, but was used during Battle Royale events to assign teams. It came in yellow, green, red, and blue. Next up is the resource token for the event, which was G Generation Eternal Gundam, and this resource card looks so awesome. And then we have our 4 packs of EVO1. And these 4 packs are actually going to be this week's Pack Smash. And then we have this deck box, which you build yourself, but is no excuse for me to be holding it upside down. It's got celebration text for Gundam Card Game's 1st anniversary on the box itself. And on the back, it tells you it's a paper card case 1st anniversary edition and has all the directions. While I go ahead and struggle to build this for a moment, I actually want to talk about different ways that the ST10 EVO1 pre-release events could have been held. They had a starter deck Generation Pulse sealed where you play with just the sealed deck as it is. And then there's a booster pack Eternal Nexus seal, which is the EVO1's name. You open 4 packs and build a 30 card deck that has no color restrictions, and you can have any number of the same numbered cards in your deck. And then there's the starter deck and booster pack sealed, where you get 1 starter deck and 4 booster packs, and then you put those all together to make yourself a 50 card deck that again has no color restrictions, and you can have as many copies of the same card as you pull. Now that this deck box has finally been built, I do want to make a comment about the fact that they call this a paper deck box, but it's a coated paper and it's actually of pretty decent quality. And it looks really awesome as well. Let's go ahead and get these directions that did not help me one bit out of the way so we can bring in ST10 and take a look at the Generation Pulse starter deck. We already took a look at this box at the beginning of the video, so let's go ahead and bring Edgar in and get this box opened up. And for the record, that band-aid on my finger is from a non-Edgar related injury. Edgar and I are finally starting to get along, I think. Now, ST10 is considered a collab between the Gundam card game and the mobile game SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. And cards in this starter deck are designed for multiplayer battles. But first off, inside the box, we have our paper quick start guide that has a playmat on the back. Down at the bottom of our plastic shell holding our deck, we have our starter deck Generation Pulse bonus pack that contains a plus version of any one of the cards inside of this deck. We'll save that for the end of the video though. For now, let's go ahead and get this deck out of its plastic house. Take a quick little spin around to see what it looks like, and figure that this probably is not a god deck. We'll slide this plastic sleeve off the outside of it so that we can take a closer look at these awesome resource cards for this deck. They're of course themed around G Generation Eternal, but guys, I am really loving the space look on these. I am a big space fan, and I honestly did not know that those were going to be the resources for this deck and was pleasantly surprised. But besides those 10 resources, we have 2 blue level 7 6 cost LR unit Zeta Gundam EXs, 2 white level 5 3 cost LR unit Phoenix Gundam Power Unleashed EX, 4 level 4 1 cost blue pilots Camille Biden, 4 4 level 4 1-cost white pilots, Mark Gilder. I'm really digging the background silhouette of the unit behind the pilots. Moving on to our blue units, we have 3 level 5 4-cost Zeta Gundams, 4 level 2 2-cost Gundam MK2 AEUG, 3 level 4 3-cost Super Gundam, 4 level 2 1-cost Nemos, and then we move into our white units, starting with 3 level 6 5-cost Gundam Barbatos Force Forms, behind those we have 4 level 4 3-cost Gundam Barbatos First Forms, 4 level 3 2-cost Graze Dual Type, 3 level 2 2-cost Mobile Worker Tekadons, then into command cards we have 2 level 3 1-cost Blue Tactical Trainings, 2 level 4 4-cost Blue Unlocking the Development Diagrams, 2 level 3 1-cost White Diffuse Beam Cannons, and then we have 4 of our level 4 1-cost Blue bases, Luna Mana and Carry Base. Finishing off our deck, we have this absolutely adorable EX base and a super awesome EX resource to go with it. Last but not least, we have our cardboard damage counters, with this set having 4 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 1 4, 1 AP -2, and 1 AP +2. And then of course, our blank token that has the Gundam symbol on one side. Now that we know what all cards come inside of this deck, let's talk about what some of them do. Starting with the LR Blue Unit Zeta Gundam EX and its pilot Camille Biden. If you remember, I said at the start of this video that they were making the cards for this deck to be designed for multiplayer battles, and this Zeta Gundam EX really shows that. It has 5 attack and 5 health, but whenever it destroys an enemy shield area card using its battle damage, it becomes active again. However, it can't choose the same player or even team as its next attack target for the turn. The link pair pilot for Zeta Gundam EX is Camille Biden, and anytime Camille Biden is paired with a unit, it gives that unit an additional 2 attack and 1 HP. And when it's linked, if 2 or more units that are in play are rested, and I don't just mean your units or your team's units, it is any units that are in play, including your enemies. You get to pick an enemy unit that's level is equal to or lower than this unit, so a level 4 or lower enemy, and then you rest it. So if there's only one rested unit in play, you can easily use this pilot's ability to make that 2, so that you can use the Zeta Gundam's ability. Next up, we have our white LR unit and its pilot. Phoenix Gundam Power Unleashed EX has 4 attack and 4 health, and when paired with its pilot Mark Gilder, it gets an additional 2 attack and additional 1 health, making it a 6/5. During your turn, whenever this unit is paired and it uses battle damage to destroy an enemy unit, you get to pick an enemy unit that has 3 or less HP and return it to its owner's hand. Its link pair pilot is Mark Gilder, and whenever Mark is paired to a unit, it makes it to where you get to pick a level 5 or lower enemy unit and give it -2 AP for the turn. So that'll really help you take less battle damage whenever you're destroying a unit with battle damage to get that extra effect letting you return a card to the owner's hand. And our pilot of course has the burst effect, allowing you to add it to your hand whenever you pull it from your shield area. Next up, we have the Zeta Gundam unit with 4 attack and 4 health. Its link pair pilots are anybody with the support trait or Camille Biden. And this card says Deploy Development 2, which is just a fancy way of saying that whenever you play this card, if you exile 2 G generation cards from your trash, you get to activate the effect, which lets you pick an enemy unit that has 4 or less HP and rest it. Gundam Barbatos 4th form also has a development effect, and its development can be used whenever you link it. So whenever you link Gundam Barbatos with any G generation trait pilot, you can exile 2 G generation cards from your trash to be able to pick a command card that's level 4 or lower out of your trash and add it back into your hand. And Gundam Barbatos 4th form has 4 attack and 5 health. Moving on from our unit cards, we have the command card Diffuse Beam Cannon, who also can be Pilot Care Heathrow, which is a G generation and durability pilot. When used as a pilot, the unit this card is paired with gets 1 additional attack. However, if you use it as a command, it makes it to where if a friendly G generation unit is in play, you get to give an enemy unit -3 to their AP for the battle. And since it's level 3, if you want, you can use Gundam Barbatos 4th form's effect to bring it back out of your trash. Then we have our base for this set, the Blue Luna Mana and Carry base with 5 health. It has the burst effect where you deploy this card, and when you deploy it, you add 1 of your shields to your hand, which is pretty standard for base cards. But then you get to give all friendly G generation units 1 HP. So it's a one and done healing base, but it does heal any of your teammates' G units as well. And that's all of the cards that we are going to talk about for now. Whenever they said that this deck has cards that are helpful for multiplayer games, they really meant it, because there are quite a few that have effects that help not just you, but your teammates as well. Before we check out our bonus pack, I'm going to take a moment to remind you that we put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays with shorts on Sundays. We focus mainly on Gundam, One Piece, Lorcana, Magic, and Pokemon. Make sure you're following us over on Instagram if you haven't already at thatcardgirl.tcg. There's a link for it down in the description. And speaking of links in the description, there's a link to our Discord channel down there as well. We've waited long enough though, so let's go ahead and see what card out of our deck we got the plus version for. Holy cow, we got the LR Plus Zeta Gundam EX. It seems like my hot hands are still on fire. And this card really gives me a chance to say what I haven't yet, and it's that the Gundam card game's cards are so awesome. I absolutely love the texturing and everything from how the units are displayed and the pilots are displayed to even the backgrounds of these cards. They're really doing something right over at the Gundam card game. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell the next firefighter you see about us. That Card Girl out!